Hi, my name is Mary Abd, and today I will talk to you guys about aftercare for abused children. And I will also talk about why we need it and how we can fix it and other problems about it. So, my action plan consists of seven different phases or parts, as you would like to call them, and I will take you along with me through the whole process of explaining the whole action plan. So the first step is that we need to acknowledge the big problem, and it's that these kids are getting abused at a young age, and it breaks them, and it's hard for them to get back. And they, and another way that people solve this problem is that they put them in youth centers, but they don't get the help that they really need. And when they're taken out and they finish their service, as you would like to call them, in the centers, they're put back into the same home where they have been broken, and it's hard for them to get back up, and because they've already been broken. So the action plan is that I want to talk about is that I want to start enforcing that there will be centers for these emotionally abused youth when they come out of the centers after doing their time in the centers. So my second step is that I would like to bring up an article that I found, which is www.chicagoocac.org, and this article was talking about how there was a story on the website, and while I was reading it, it was talking about how there was going to be an increase of risk child abuse during the COVID pandemic because these kids have to stay with their family in the home that they are being abused in, and they can't do anything about it. So they're gonna have to go through trauma and hurt by themselves, and they can't do anything about it. So we need to fix that issue as well because the pandemic is not going anywhere as of right now. So that is a big issue. And the next resource I found was one called www.welfare.gov. And this website has a lot of sources for almost every state and facilities, and they provide readers with step by step on how to treat these abused children. But when it comes to children being abused and then being sent to juvenile centers, we really don't help them before they are put into the center. Even though these programs are for them in the centers, they shouldn't be going through centers for them that they don't need help because they'll be wasting the time. So we need to put some sort of programs for the kids, and not only for the kids but also for the parents. And I'll talk about the parents program later on in my presentation. I'll elaborate on that. So my fourth step is this specialists that work with these youth. They really need to focus on how they will be helping them, not physically, emotionally, but not emotionally, but they also need to be working with them for guidance because the kids when they are put in the youth centers, they don't know how it works, so they will need guidance from other people. And if a juvenile ends up going straight to the center without any guidance before they're put into the center, it becomes much worse when they are out of the centers. So my fifth step is that I feel like the biggest tool that we need for this action plan is that we need our voices and support from each community, and we also need the support of people, and we need to make programs for parents that have children before they give birth to the kids. They need to know how to treat them and treat them right and no abuse, like not abusing the kids. And we every community needs to support each other because if we don't, then the whole idea of fixing this abuse system, the abused children, will be broken forever. So when it comes to how we will monitor and evaluate this action plan, there's a lot of other ways we can do this. Um, but for starters, we can first monitor and evaluate it by writing all the small details, even the ones that don't mean that don't like intentionally describe a lot, but the small details can help the program. And we can also monitor and evaluate the action plan with videos and later evaluate the kids in the video and go on from there. And we also need to keep track of the kids as well because electronically, because everything is online now, so it would be harder, but we need to do it. So, seventh step is that with the whole action plan in mind, it's clear that to see that we have a lot of problems um, in the in the juvenile justice system, but especially in the abused children area because they are sent to the juvenile centers, and right before they are put in there, they don't get the special treatment that they need, and it's hard for them to get back up on their feet because they aren't fully healed from their past. So we need to fix this now because if we won't, then it will never be broken. And we have to help these children because they are our future. And if not now, then when? And we have to help them step by step. So, what now? So, like I said before, we need to speak up and we need to start talking about how we will fix it and we need to start putting in more programs for parents and mothers that about the children how they will treat their kids, and obviously it's clear to see that it needs to be fixed because children aren't the root of any problem. It comes from the parents and they are always the victim, and it's clear to see that child abuse can be prevented, but most of the times we are too scared to speak up about it and because we do not want to be put in that situation. But we need to speak up now because we need to stop this. And if we don't stop it, then when? If not now, then when? If not us, then who? If not now, then it will never happen. So that is my action plan. Thank you so much. Have a good day.